Good evening, everybody. We do apologize for this late start, but we've been having, well, as you can see, some technical difficulties. We're hoping that that's just maybe off and on, but right now we are streaming live here from Northrop High School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. This matchup is between the Carroll Chargers and the Northrop Bruins. We do apologize for the flashing screen, but Northrop comes in at 6-2 on the season. They're currently second place in the SAC. Carroll 8-1-1 on the year. Do have the screen showing, or excuse me, the scoreboard showing. And again, do apologize for that flashing screen that you just saw there. That's an issue we've been dealing with, unfortunately. I'll try to get that fixed in days to come. May have to just push through it tonight. But this is a big game for both of these teams. Northrop and Carroll both trying to get a quality win. Good news on our end. Our screen is at least caught up to the action, but again, we do apologize for that flashing. I'm not sure what's causing that. Had that before. Haven't quite had that with this particular computer or this particular equipment yet. As Carroll gets a scoop up inside the box, do have our clock working. That's some good news. As this ball is punted out of the goal, and a little touch for Ellie Tedeschi. Tedeschi's a freshman. She's got 5 goals on the year, having a real good season for the Northrop Bruins. As this ball, Tedeschi, I believe that's the correct pronunciation, Tedeschi. Tedeschi gets it back. It looks like the flashing has stopped for the time being. Oh, right as I say that, there it goes. And again, I do apologize, folks. This was happening right before we started, and I'm sorry I don't know what's causing it, but hopefully it's just temporary. It may happen multiple times as the game goes on. Hopefully it's not so continuous that it happens throughout the rest of the night, but there you see it again. Again, Carroll 8-1-2 on the season overall. Nadia Ford is their leading scorer. She's got 8 goals. And Allie Bobet is also somebody to watch for. She's not in the starting lineup. She's a freshman, but she does have 7 goals on the year as the Chargers try to push down the field. And Aubrey Bobet, who's in the starting lineup for Carroll, gets a feed and a little through ball across midfield. Northrop's able to take it away. As that ball goes out of bounds. A touch right on the edge of the box, shot, and that's going to be saved by Destiny Erxleben. She punts it out. That shot's knocked away toward the end line. That's going out. And this will be a throw-in. Check that, a goal kick. Went out behind the line, behind the flag. And again, I do apologize. I don't know what's causing that flash there. It's the first time I've noticed it as Northrop gets the ball across midfield. Say it was the first time I noticed it was today. But we are streaming live this game between the Carroll Chargers and the Northrop Lady Bruins. Chargers get the ball across midfield, and there on the takeaway is Destiny Wallace. Through ball by the Bruins. Chargers get back to it. That's Amalia Boersma. And Boersma pushes down the sideline for the Chargers. Defender coming from behind. That's knocked out of bounds off the foot of Destiny Wallace. Kicked in play by Addie Glick. That's going all the way to the far side of the field. And a throw-in coming up for the Lady Bruins. The ball's going to roll toward the end line and out of bounds. And a goal kick coming up for the Chargers. Maddie Giese is in goal for Carroll. Carroll comes into this game ranked pretty high. They're ranked 8th in the Class 3A standings in the state of Indiana. Now, Northrop is not ranked. They are in Class 3A, but they've had a good season. 6-2 is their overall record. And, of course, when you're Carroll, you're always going to play good competition. Carroll is not in any particular conference, but they have played good competition this year. They've beaten Leo 8-0, played Mishawaka Marion to a scoreless tie. They went on the road and beat Bishop Dwenger. In fact, I do believe the Lady Chargers are the only team that has beaten Bishop Dwenger this year. Also went on the road and beat DeKalb 9-0, and DeKalb 7-3. Here's a chance for the Bruins. Kicked past the line, but out. Goal kick coming. Northrop had a chance to get on the board, but the ball goes out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick for the Lady Chargers. I got to check my clock. My clock shows 31:35, and that's pretty close to what we've got left in the first half. Goal kick coming for the Lady Chargers. Set it up right on the edge of the box. Kick to the sideline. The Bruins get a touch. Knocked away by the Chargers, and this one's going right to midfield. The Chargers get it, and that's going to be knocked away. Number 6, Bryn Patterson, gets a touch for the Bruins. This ball's rolling to the sideline. Looked like it was barely kept in. Actually, it looked like it was out. Whistle does come. If they're calling that out, that's a late whistle. Looked like it did go out off of Amalia Boersma, and the throw-in by Destiny Wallace. Wallace has a defender right in close. Battle for the ball. Northrop's been able to create some chances early on here. Now, Carroll had some chances very early in this match, and now we get a whistle. It's against the Chargers, so the Bruins will take over. Nuri Sibri Carmona has it set up for the free kick into the box. That's contacted outside the box and cleared by Boersma. Across the middle, Carroll is there with defenders. A touch for Tedeschi, and Tedeschi has it taken away. Here come the Chargers. A long kick up the field, but again, Northrop able to stop it. They've controlled the ball on the Carroll side for quite some time as that ball goes off the foot of number 6 for Carroll. That's Bryn Patterson. A little through ball. Flag doesn't go up. Can they get to the ball? That's out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for the Lady Chargers. the way, if you're wondering who's number 1 in Class 3A, it's Hamilton Southeastern. They did play Carroll earlier this year, and that was at Carroll High School, but it was Hamilton Southeastern who came away with a 5-0 victory. Most recently, Carroll took out some of that frustration on the Columbia City Eagles as they knocked off the Eagles 9-0. I believe the Eagles are now 5-5-1. They beat New Haven right before that game against Carroll. I believe that was a 6-1 win as Carroll gets back defensively, trying to slow down the Bruins, and we got a whistle. And it's going to be a foul against Northrop, so Concordia will get to take a free kick. Oh, check that, offsides. Offsides on Northrop. That ball gets loose into traffic. Well, not a whole lot of traffic there. That ball's going to go out, and the call is going to be a goal kick for the Bruins. And Destiny Erksleben will set it up. And one of the things you always deal with when you come here to Northrop High School is you've got the sun going down right in front of you because here in the booth you're facing west. Here's a chance for the Bruins, but that one goes over the goal. The shot taken by Tedeschi. That was a golden scoring chance, and the Bruins unable to cash in. The Bruins have controlled the ball in the Carroll zone. It's been more frequent than it was with Carroll controlling it in the Bruins zone. Here's a look at the replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. May have to cut it here soon. Looks like we won't have to. Show you the shot. Tedeschi had a chance. And I'm not sure if she was trying to go high, but she went high and ultimately too high. That shot's going to be saved by Giese. Looks like we cut it just in time. A takeaway by the Bruins. They try to set up the through ball. Carroll has defenders there right in front of Tedeschi. And there's a takeaway by number 6, Bryn Patterson, for the Lady Chargers. So that's a long kick by Gianna Lockman. Through ball, and that's taken away. Does not get through. I believe that was Seabury Carmona who got a touch, but this is going to roll all the way back to the box, and Giese will let it roll. There's not a single player in brown. We've got the orange color up for Northrop, kind of as a contrasting color, if you will, to the Carroll blue, but as you can see on your screen, the Lady Bruins are wearing the home brown uniforms as opposed to orange. Recent years, and I believe even this year, we've seen the Northrop football team wear gray uniforms here at home. A little trip there as Libby Moravik was going for the ball. Carroll will get a touch. That's Patterson who gets it. Chargers trying to set up a through ball. Sierra Porter racing toward it. And now the Chargers have a chance, and I think they're going to get a corner kick here. They are indeed. Chargers had some chances early on. I believe that's Glick handling the corner kick. A header, and that is going over the crossbar. No goal. Kick toward the middle. Northrop's had a lot of chances, but now Carroll looking to set up a scoring chance, get some momentum on their side. as Potter gets a touch. Potter's still going for it. She's got it in a crowd. That ball gets loose. Good footwork there by Allie Beaubay, the freshman, second leading scorer on this Charger team, and she finds Lola Crawford. Nadia Ford is the leading scorer coming in for Carroll. Patterson, the cross, trying to set it up, and they score! Sierra Potter, and the Chargers are on the board. .23-27 on the clock, and see if we can't show you our latest replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Here it is. Chargers have not had a whole lot of scoring chances in this game, but they get one here. A good cross, a good setup there to Potter. It was Patterson who gets the assist for the Chargers, and they lead it 1-0 over the Lady Bruins. This ball's out and the throw-in coming. Northrop's having a great season, 6-2. But they have lost here on the home field at least once this year. That was at the hands of Bishop Dwenger. That's the Bruins' only conference loss of the year. Other loss was at Belmont, and Belmont, they're 7-5, but they're undefeated in Northeast 8 play. Obviously, Northrop is not in the Northeast 8 conference. But that's a team that doesn't have the best overall record and yet is doing well in the conference slate. This ball's out, throw-in coming for the Lady Bruins. Or check that, a free kick. Jay Glagowski, the head coach for the Lady Bruins. Rick Smith, the head coach for the Lady Chargers. There's a touch for Gerber, and Gerber has it taken away by Carroll. They try to set up a play in the middle. Kick down the field, and there goes Beaubay. Allie Beaubay, one-on-one. Stays with it, the shot, and that is saved by Erks-Laban. Destiny Erks-Laban with a diving save. Now Carroll trying to ramp up the defense as Gianna Lockman gets back to that one and finds Giese. Chargers will have a big game coming up against Homestead on Monday. I believe that'll be at Pat Teagarden Stadium. Across midfield go the Chargers. That's Lola Crawford trying to chase after the ball, but it's out. And Northrop will get this throw in. A little contact there inside the box. And is this going to be a PK for Carroll? They're rolling the ball toward the middle. And I think it is going to be a penalty kick for the Chargers, so they got a chance to go up 2-0. I am going to have to stop my clock because they've stopped it here. 20:44 is what's on the clock. But the Chargers will look to add to their lead. I believe this is Gianna Lockman, the defenseman. She scored 3 times this year. Here's the shot, and she scores. Indeed, it is Lockman, and it's 2-0 Chargers. The Chargers take advantage of the PK chance, and they lead it by a score of 2-0. Here is a look at it on our replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Lockman, a good run-up, put it to the far right. Good effort by Erks-Laban, but Lockman snuck it past her. And now the Chargers get it again, trying to set up a through ball. Northrop had a lot of chances early on, couldn't cash in though. That one almost comes loose. Here come the Bruins. They get the ball across midfield. That one comes loose for just a moment. Chargers get it back. Here's a through ball trying to set up Patterson. Patterson the cross. Another cross. Northrop has defenders back there. Carroll stays with it. That was Boersma who got the kick, but the Bruins do take it away. And they come across midfield, but that's going to roll all the way to the sideline. And Keegan Moore will just let it roll, and Carroll will get this throw in. It'll be Lola Crawford to throw it in. Crawford's a freshman. And by my count, she's one of 4 freshmen on the roster for the Bruins. Or, excuse me, for the Chargers. Here's Deal. Going to the sideline. That ball makes it across midfield as the Chargers try to get another chance. And they're going to get one. That's Patterson. Past the last line, but it's kicked out at the last second. Good defense by the Bruins. It will, however, be a goal kick. And I think that was Wallace, either Wallace or Moravec, who knocked that one away. But again, it will be a corner kick for the Lady Chargers. So we'll keep it right here. Hold off going to the replay for now. Kicked high in the air. Redirected. That ball's still loose. Bruins are going to clear it, but it's going to be a throw-in for the Chargers as we get a whistle. We got a Bruin down in the box. She's back up on her feet. It did stop the clock, so we'll reset it for just a moment. Clock is stopped at 18:03. So I had to reset my clock again, but it looks like we've got it set now. Here come the Bruins. Carroll's back there on defense. Knocked to the sideline, and that's going to stay in. Right along the edge of the box. Carroll had some early chances. Northrop had a whole lot of chances from about the 4th to the 10th minute of this game. Carroll's changed the momentum here, not just with the fact that they've got 2 goals, although that is a reason why they have some momentum, but also the fact that they've been able to create some scoring chances of their own the last several minutes. Sun going down over Spooler Stadium. Bruins get a touch right near midfield. Through ball, and here's a chance for the Chargers. Is that Ford? Oh, sliding attempt by Erks-Laban. She did knock it away, but that ball's still loose. And Ford gets to it. Cleared out by the Bruins. I think that was Ford. She wears number 14. I couldn't see the jersey. She wears number 14 for the Lady Chargers, and she came into this game as their leading goal scorer. Knocked forward. Kicked back forward by the Chargers. That was Boersma. Moravec with the defense there for Northrop. Boersma gets it back. That ball will bounce into the box, and Erks-Laban calls off everybody. Minute will be checking in on, I believe, the only other game that we've got going on right now on Summit City Sports. That's volleyball between South Adams and Heritage. That game is live. This ball's going out of bounds. Northrop's going to get a throw in. Game started at right about 7 o'clock, which was the planned start time. Throw in by the Bruins. That's going out of bounds off Northrop, and a throw-in coming for Carroll, or is it? Throw-in for Northrop. Thought that went off of Northrop. Instead, they give it to the Bruins as Carmona sends it back to Wallace. Header back across midfield. I think that was Layla Koch. That ball gets loose. Can the Bruins get to it? They do. I believe that's Kaylin McCarroll, and McCarroll has it taken away. Now, Kaylin McCarroll is the leading goal scorer this year for Northrop, and McCarroll, if I read my stats correctly, she had scored all of 11 goals coming into the season. This year, she's got 12. That's this year alone she's got 12. She's the leading goal scorer for these Northrop Bruins, and we're talking about a team that has Allison Diaz on its roster. Diaz has had a real good career at Northrop. That ball's going to bounce out of bounds. Now, Diaz not in the starting lineup. Doesn't mean they don't get her on the field. It just means she's not starting tonight. Tedeschi toward the middle. That's McCarroll trying to send it through to the box, and that's going to wander all the way to Giese. Bruins get another touch. They had some chances early on in the ball game. That's going to be offsides. That was a pretty easy call as Tedeschi got past the last line a little bit too early, and Carroll will take over. Gianna Lockman, who got the PK goal earlier in this game, sets it up. The only PKs we'll have tonight would be on fouls in the box in regulation time. This is a non-conference game in the sport of soccer, at least, as well as other sports. Although in football and basketball, Carroll actually does compete in the Summit Athletic Conference. The Chargers get the ball toward midfield. Whistles blow, and that's going to be a foul on the Bruins. Sun's starting to go down here over Spooler Stadium. Header back the other way. Chargers get it, trying to set something up. Through traffic, the shot right at Erks-Laban, and she's got it. She boots that one toward midfield. Chargers get a touch right at midfield. And we've got a Bruin down. She does get up. That might have been McCarroll. Kaylin McCarroll, the junior forward/midfielder, as the Chargers look to create another scoring chance. That ball's going to wander right to Erks-Laban. She'll scoop it up and secure the save. Header. Bruins get back defensively. There's some contact there, no call. They'll play on. Some good defense, and I think that was Moravec. Tedeschi has it. Right at midfield, tries to set up the through ball. That's a long through ball, though. And as such, it's a long run. I think that's Hayden Klein. Either Hayden Klein or Sarah Kimmy Nash going after it. Told it was Klein. That looked like a three from a distance, which would be Hayden Klein, as we're now in the 31st minute here at Spooler Stadium. Carroll trying to add to a 2-0 lead. They get to the ball. Oh, they got a chance, but that ball's cleared. Not for long, though. Across by Crawford. A touch outside the goal. The shot. Diving save initially and then cleared. Erks-Laban knocked it away. The Bruins then knocked it out of bounds. That might be a corner kick, though. It's going to be a corner kick. The way that ball was going, it looked like it had to have gone out behind the flag. I believe that's Glick. It's either Glick or Crawford handling the corner kick for the Chargers. It's a low-line driver. That ball's rolling to the end line, and that looks like it's going to be a goal kick for the Bruins. Well, how we ended up with a corner kick was pretty interesting in its own right. Here's a look at that. Erks-Laban had to keep on her toes, but so did the Bruins defenders. That was a good setup, and Erks-Laban makes the diving save, and just for good measure, Bruins clear it out in the end. That ball gets loose. Chargers do have defenders back there, though, and that ball might just roll out of bounds, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Lola Crawford will throw it in for Carroll. Tedeschi pushing, but Carroll has a defender back there. Tedeschi knocks it out of bounds. I think that was off her. That's going to be a goal kick. Giese will set it up. Looks like South Adams and Heritage have not yet started. Still in some pregame warm-ups over there in Monroeville. Here at Spooler, we've got 7.5 minutes to go before halftime. Tedeschi gets a touch. Nobody back there for the Bruins. And Giese has it. Looking for a teammate to kick to. She'll kick it short. Header back the other way by Wallace, and that's going out. Throw-in coming up for Carroll. That's Crawford who puts it in play for the Chargers. Forsma got a touch, and Moore will send it back to Giese. Chargers again looking to set up another chance. Fans were shouting that it should have been offsides, and I think they were right. Like the Chargers got past the Bruins' last line of defenders a little early. That's looking like offsides too. Shot wide right. Did Northrop touch it? They did not. It's a goal kick. Carroll's sending some subs in. That's the reason why Northrop's waiting to put this ball in play. Kick toward midfield. Header goes backwards. And that's Carroll defenders back there. Northrop's got a couple players in close, but not close enough at this point. Now McCarroll just waits on it, and the Chargers will take it the other way. That's basically McCarroll just playing defense there for the Bruins. That was some good defense there by the Bruins. That went off the foot of Destiny Wallace. But the Chargers get it back. That's Haley Deal, and a little through ball and a chance for Ford. Ford gets to it, gets her touch, gets her shot, and gets her goal. Nadia Ford, goal number 9 on the season. And it's a 3-0 lead for the Carroll Chargers here at Spooler. And I do plan to show you that replay. As always, it is brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Ball's not been put in play yet, but here's another look at it. Nadia Ford with a great push, and the Chargers set her up brilliantly as Ford gets goal number 9 on the year. She's the leading goal scorer for these Lady Chargers. She's a junior. Chargers ranked 8th in Class 3A girls soccer. Try to get a through ball. Tedeschi gets her touch. They try to set up a through ball. Tedeschi had to back up, but she waited a little too long to do so. The flag goes up. It will be offsides against the Lady Bruins. Another chance perhaps as Ford gets to it. Defenders are there. Now, defenders were there last time she got her goal. Ford got past him anyway. A kick backwards. And here come the Chargers. Long shot. Erks Laban almost went down to a knee, but she got the save nonetheless. Try to set up the through ball from a Carroll. The Chargers have defenders back there. There's Tedeschi. Looked like Moore might have gotten hurt there. She stays on the field, but it looks like she was slowed up a little bit. That ball's rolling out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for the Lady Chargers. That's going out of bounds, and this throw-in's going to go to Northrop. We've got 2:40 and counting left to play in half number 1 here at Spooler. Chargers trying to keep that one in. They will. Flag goes up there. Did they call offsides? I didn't see anybody get offsides there. Well, either way, it's a free kick for the Lady Chargers. A low-line drive kick, and that's going to bounce to the sideline. Who touched that one last? They're going to say, I thought the initial signal was touched last by Northrop, but now they say touched last by Carroll. So Northrop gets the throw-in. Across midfield. Bruins get it back. And now the Chargers take it back as they try to set something up. Final 90 seconds starting to tick away here at Spooler. Wallace stays back. Whistles blow when we get a near takeaway. It's going to be a foul against Carroll. Free kick's going to come from right about the 40-yard line, and we are in the final minute of the first half. Oh, that's Tedeschi. She's got a chance. Defenders come back. Tedeschi's shot is a goal! Inside the final minute of the half, Tedeschi gets Northrop on the board. Ellie Tedeschi, the freshman. And we've got 50 seconds left here in the first half. That's a huge goal for the Bruins. We'll show it to you on the replay. Chargers made contact. Tedeschi comes up with a shot, just sneaks it in under that crossbar. Now, if you're a Carroll fan, you could probably argue that she was offsides, and might have had an argument there, but even so, it's a goal for the Bruins, and they're on the board. Try to get it across midfield, but Boersma is there, and that's a big goal for the Bruins. Not only does it avoid the shutout going into halftime, maybe gives you a little bit of momentum, because remember, Northrop had a lot of chances early on in this ball game. If they can control the ball like they did from about the 3rd to 10th minutes of this game, give or take, they got a chance to get back in this thing. But of course, Carroll's one of the best teams in the state. They're not ranked number 6th in Class 3A girls soccer for nothing. And the Chargers did get out to a commanding lead, and it's still a 3-1 lead as we get ready to go to halftime. You are watching high school girls soccer on SummitCitySports.com. It's a 3-1 lead for the Lady Chargers over the Lady Bruins.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here with PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays, And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it no. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook, Big Low come through frying. Hey, let her cook, okay. Too much cake out bow, oh God. Let her cook, all this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
We are at halftime here at Spooler Stadium on the campus of Northrop High School here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's the visitors from Carroll who lead it 3-1 right now. And again, I do apologize. We had some technical difficulties early on, so I wasn't able to do this when I got a chance, but it's when I thought I would have a chance. But it's time to get some words in from our sponsors. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Tom Steele Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on X at 260 Sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are La Una. And specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit TJWindustrial.com. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government, whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation. Jolly Law Firm is the answer. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process, from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. We just heard from Summit Volleyball, and speaking of volleyball, we do have some volleyball action going on Summit City Sports tonight, and it looks like we may be done before that game is. That game's only in set number 1 at South Adams versus Heritage over in Monroeville, and it's the Lady Patriots who lead that one 7-4. Heritage leading South Adams 7-4 in set number 1. Here we've got less than 2 minutes to go until the second half gets underway, so I think I've got just enough time to show you some replays. As always, our replays are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. It was a nice cross by Bryn Patterson, ricocheted in by Sierra Porter to get the game's first goal, and Carroll, with that goal, goes up 1-0 very early in the contest, and then it was after a penalty against Northrop that Carroll added to their lead. As Gianna Lockman scored on the penalty kick and gave Carroll a 2-0 lead with that particular goal. Now, the last goal that Carroll scored in this first half was very impressive. It was a great scoring chance created by the Chargers, and we'll give you a look at it right here. And I think it was Patterson who ended up setting up Nadia Ford for her 9th goal of the year. First of this game, just snuck it in to that far side corner. Not the far side from where she was running, but the far side from here, and she didn't have a lot of space to sneak that thing into the goal, but she managed to do so. Now here's the only goal of the game for Northrop. Ellie Tedeschi with her 6th goal of the season. She's a freshman, and I said earlier she might have been offside. She may have waited just long enough before she got past that last line of defenders, and she puts it in to get Northrop on the board as we're just about ready to get the second half underway here at Spooler Stadium. 40 minutes on the clock. And Northrop will kick off, and the two teams will go the opposite directions. And you would know that it was the second half if I got my scoreboard up, which I do now. So they were waiting to get a new soccer ball in. I thought I heard a whistle, but they only need one soccer ball on the field at a time. They don't need two. It was a second soccer ball that came flying in, and the ref got rid of it. And now the second half is underway from Spooler Stadium. Now Carroll had a great surge, the 3-0 run in this first half, but then Northrop actually had a good run to start the game, even though they didn't score until the last minute of the first half. They did possess the ball on the Carroll side of the field quite consistently from about the 3rd minute all the way through the 10th thereabout. As the Chargers, or rather the Bruins, get the ball to the middle of the field. Chargers take it away. Good push there by Carroll. That looked like Lockman who took it away for the Chargers. Northrop has defenders back there, including Destiny Wallace and Libby Moravec. Short of midfield. Bruins do get it across midfield, but that ball goes loose. Chargers work it back across midfield. To the sideline, that's going out. Throw-in coming up for Carroll. Northrop played host to the Bruin Cross Country Invitational this past Saturday, and as I got here to Spooler Stadium, the lines outlining the course were still up as that ball actually did go out of bounds, so it's going to be a goal kick for Northrop, which probably takes a while for that paint to wear out. Paint does wear out, but sometimes takes a while before it finally does. The course at the Bruin Invitational, it did go around Spooler Stadium. It went around Stav-Ready Field, which is where Northrop plays baseball, went around their softball stadium. Went to all different places. Actually even went through the woods. Tedeschi trying to get to it. Lockman fronting her. She's going to let that roll out of bounds, and that, I believe, will be a corner kick or not. It's going to be a goal kick. Looks like Bob Shank on the golf cart out there. Bob Shank, the athletic director here at Northrop High School. Well, if you're an athletic director, you make your way all around the complex, especially when there's multiple games going on. I don't think that's the case here at Northrop tonight. Oh, check that. They have volleyball as well. We at Summit City Sports have volleyball going on over at Heritage High School. Lockman toward the middle. We'll have a whole host of high school football games, including the Carroll Chargers coming right back here to Spooler Stadium, but that will be to take on the Snyder Panthers. A little spin move there by the Chargers as they try to set something up. That ball's knocked away by the Bruins and going out. Throw-in coming up for Carroll. Had a chance for a shot there, didn't take it. That was Patterson, and now Northrop kicks it the other way. Back waiting on it was Potter. Check that, that's 26, Chloe Brown. Set up a through ball. Flag does not go up. Kicked high, a header, and a missed kick by the Chargers. That ball's rolling to the sideline, and a throw-in coming up for the Bruins. Deflected, looked like that went off of Mason Durbin. That ball's cleared. Tedeschi trying to get to it. Tedeschi with a defender right on her. And that's Patterson, I believe, who comes up with it for the Chargers. That gets across midfield. One of the other games we'll have tomorrow night on Summit City Sports is Leo versus East Noble. That's the top two teams in the Northeast 8. We're going to get a foul on Northrop here. That was a little takedown. So that's what it looked like from my vantage point. And a free kick coming for the Chargers. I was trying to make sure everybody's set properly. I didn't see if he pulled out a card. I'm told he did not pull the card out. Right now trying to make sure everybody's spaced out properly. Low line driver saved by Erx-Laban. She waves everybody back as she tries to punt this one toward Charger territory. It won't land there, but it will bounce there. Chargers try to work it across midfield. They will. And that through ball's knocked away by the Bruins, but that's rolling to the sideline, and it's out. Score from the South Adams Heritage volleyball game is now 17-13 Heritage in set number one. So Chargers get control of the ball in their zone. Walkman to the near side. Knocked back across midfield. Looked like Wallace who sent it across midfield, but the Chargers get it back as they look to add to a 3-1 lead. Northrop did not score until the final minute of the first half. I believe the Chargers got their first goal around the 10th or 11th minute of this game as this ball goes out of bounds off Northrop. Throw-in coming up for the Chargers. Nadia Ford was the most recent to score for Carroll. Back down the field come the Bruins. They got a chance. Defender on her. Nobody there. I think that's McCarroll who has it for Northrop. Defender right on her the whole way, and she'll send it back to Mason Durbin. That's going to be offsides. Tedeschi was offsides by about 10 or 15 yards, give or take. And it will be a free kick for the Lady Chargers. Out around technically the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Of course, Northrop's soccer team share this field with the football team. They actually share it with the Northrop football team as well as the Snyder football team. Snyder will be here tomorrow to take on Carroll. Part of our high school football slate for week 5 of the season. Those teams are trying to right the ship. Snyder started 0-2. They have won their last 2 games. They've responded well to adversity. Carroll's 1-3. Not only trying to respond to adversity, but trying to respond to a 9-6 loss at the hands of Bishop Dwenger. As I recall, that was all field goals, and it was the Dwenger. So it's going to be a corner kick for Carroll. Here's a look at what else we've got coming up in high school football this week. We'll have Northside at Bishop Lures. Eli Lawrence will be on the call. I mentioned we've got Leo at East Noble. Jeff Mahoney has the call over there. Northrop will be at Concordia. Aiden North and Jake Havlin will bring you the call. And then Wayne hosts Southside. Joe Northern will be there. That's a save on the corner kick as Erksleben, I beg your pardon, leaps up to get the save. Well, she might have irked the Chargers with a save like that, but not her teammates. But the Chargers get a touch. A cross shot by Potter, and that's wide right. Potter's already got a goal in this game. That goal that Potter scored earlier today was her second of the season. And a goal kick coming for the Bruins. As one of the ball retrievers goes over to that backup net out there beyond the track. And there obviously are no track meets going on tonight. Track season is in the spring. A little slip and fall there by the Bruins. As that header goes to the sideline, it's going out. Throw in for Northrop. Carroll gets a takeaway, sent to the near side. Grace Glick, the defender, sends it back to the middle. Little through ball. All the way to the far side. The Chargers have it. Backwards kick. Shot. Goal! And Carroll goes up 4-1. Not sure who that was, but it might have been number 3, Bo Bay. Oh, 23. I'm told 23. Carroll doesn't have a 23. Get another look at it. I'll have to fix my clock here in a moment, but here's another look at the goal. The replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. That's the wrong replay. I beg your pardon there. I'm sorry, we might not be able to show you that one. I think I hit the wrong button. Well, I'll reset my clock here as there's 29, coming up on 29 minutes to play. I think I got it reset now. As the Bruins get a takeaway, that's Tedeschi. And Tedeschi sends it ahead. McCarroll trying to race towards it. And the Chargers of Carroll let it roll out of bounds. A goal kick coming for the Chargers, I beg your pardon. And you can see it barely in your background, but there in the very top of your screen is the FWCS transportation facility. It's right here on the Northrop High School campus, and I believe that's one of 2 active transportation facilities where they house the buses for the Fort Wayne Community Schools District. The other one is over by Southside's athletic complex, their athletic annex, if you will. I believe Southside still has their baseball and softball fields over there. They used to play soccer over there, but Now they play their soccer games at Jack Weicker Stadium, which is also the football stadium. Well, here's a chance for Northrop. Left-footed shot and a diving save by Giese. Maddie Giese with a diving save. Well, with all the chances that Northrop has had in this ball game, only had one goal, and Giese hasn't had to dive too hard to get these saves, but she did have to dive quite a ways to get that one, as that ball is on the roll and kept in play by the Chargers. And kicked out of bounds by the Bruins. Chargers will get a throw in here. 27-19 and counting left to go in half number 2. Should say in regulation, because even if this game were to be tied at the end of regulation, there would not be any overtime. This is a non-conference matchup. Into the box, and that's going to roll to Erks-Laban. She had to roll towards it herself. Defenders get there. McCarroll pushing. Defenders there as well. She's got it. Out of bounds. That will be a goal kick. And I said McCarroll. That might have actually been Hayden Klein going after the ball. Carroll gets it back in their own zone. Now Northrop gets it back right outside the box, but Carroll has defenders there. And Carroll shuts them down. A little through ball, perhaps a chance. Shot. Erks-Laban got way out of the goal, but that ball's going to roll wide right. And Northrop perhaps a little lucky after that one. Kick toward midfield. Kept alive by the Chargers. Quick through ball, and Carroll's got it. Across, knocked away by Northrop as they try to get something going the other way, and that ball's loose. Carroll's got defenders all over the place, and I think that's number 28, Grace Glick, the defender, senior defender for the Lady Chargers. Glick sends it to her right as they try to set up Ford. Ford lost it, and Northrop got it back for the time being. Across midfield, Carroll's got defenders back there. Little through ball. A chance. Erks-Laban comes out. She's got it. Contact made. Erks-Laban got the ball and got the save. Destiny Erks-Laban with a tough save there. She's able to stop the scoring chance. Now does Carroll get another one? Not yet, they don't. They do get it across midfield. Cleared out by the Bruins. Northrop 6-2. Carroll 8-1-1. Carroll's been battle tested, and that's kind of the beauty of not being part of any particular conference, you can go up against all kinds of great competition, and if you're as good as Carroll is, you can outplay a lot of that great competition, and they have. Now, they did lose to number 1 ranked Hamilton Southeastern. There's a touch right on the edge of the box. Left-footed shot, diving save, Erks-Laban. Well, Erks-Laban has had to make some tough saves tonight as this kick goes off of Carroll, and it's out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Bruins. A takeaway by the Chargers. That's Patterson. Bryn Patterson sends it up the field. 1-on-1. Ball gets loose. Loose again. And that's going to be a trip call going against Northrop. Looks like they were outside the box. So this should be a free kick for Carroll. Not a direct kick, but a free kick nonetheless. Low-line driver, and another diving save by Destiny Erks-Laban. A header back across midfield, some contact made. Carroll gets the ball. And a takeaway by Northrop. Nice move to the inside. Here come the Bruins. There's a trip, and they're going to call it. It's going to be on Carroll. Free kick coming up for the Bruins just beyond the 45-yard line. Ball's loose. Tedeschi. And she sneaks it in. Ellie Tedeschi scores again. Her second of the game, second for the Bruins, 7th of the year for Tedeschi. And I will go ahead and show you that one on our replay, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Tedeschi able to sneak it past Geezy as well as a defender. I think that was Lockman back there defensively for Carroll. Bruins cut it to a 2-goal game. We get a whistle. Now Northrop gets to throw it in. Battle for the ball. That stays in. Not for long, though. That's out of bounds off Northrop. Carroll will get this throw in. Cleared by the Bruins. Chargers get it back. Little through ball. That's Ford. Ford. Whistle. And a flag goes up. Looks like we've got an offsides call against Carroll. Chargers with a 4-2 lead on the road against Northrop. They'll have a short bus ride back to Carroll High School. If I had to guess, I'd say it's about maybe a 10-minute drive, maybe even shorter than that. I was originally going to say 7 minutes. It's not that long a bus ride from here to Carroll High School, and it's an even shorter bus ride from here to Bishop Dwenger High School. Although Dwenger, they made the bus ride here and came up with the win over Northrop. I believe that was a 1-0 final. Dwenger first place in the SAC. Their only loss was to these Carroll Chargers. There's a takeaway. They try to set up the through ball forward, not going to get to it, and Erks-Laban perhaps could have let that one go. I didn't see if anybody for Northrop touched it. Perhaps that was just Erch Laban trying to be on the safe side. Wallace gets a touch. The Chargers take it right back. Another through ball. Another through ball. Can Ford get to this one? That ball gets loose. Who touched it last? It's rolling out of bounds, and they're going to say that Carroll touched it last. I think that must have gone off the foot of Nadia Ford before it went out. And subs will come in for the Lady Chargers. It's also worth telling you that we do have some Fort Wayne Spacemen action. Spacemen hockey coming up tomorrow and Saturday here on SummitCitySports.com. The Spacemen Elite taking on the Chicago Crush at 12:30 p.m. tomorrow. Then the Premier team takes on the Chicago Crush at 7. Then the Elite team plays the Crush again at 4 p.m. on Saturday. The Premier team will play the Chicago Crush again at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Still September, and we've still had some balmy temperatures out there. We went through a period of cooler temperatures, like highs in the 70s, lows in the 50s, and in some cases even the 40s. Lately, we've gotten those highs back up to the 80s. We'll see what it's like tomorrow, because we'll be right back here as the Snyder Panthers take on the Carroll Chargers in high school football. As that ball rolls to the sideline, it's kicked out. It's going to be a corner kick for Carroll. Shot too high, went over the goal and under the upright. It's going to bounce over midfield. Bruins send it across midfield and trying to set something up. They get a through ball. That's going to roll to Giese, and she'll field her position. Playing a little chicken there with Tedeschi and how she picks it up. That may not have been Tedeschi. That may have been McCarroll, Kaylin McCarroll. Carroll came into this game as the leading goal scorer for the Lady Bruins with 12. She had 11 coming into her junior year. This is, of course, her junior year. Sent up the field by Aubrey Bobet. Well, that was close to being a handball. And I think they did not call it. And here come the Bruins. Initially thought play had been stopped. Carroll gets back defensively. We're going to get a trip. Comes outside of the box. I think that was McCarroll who went down. Good news is she's back up, so it's nothing serious, but we're going to get a Northrop free kick here. Ellie Tedeschi looks like she's the one tasked with kicking it. She'll kick it from essentially the 16-yard line. As Carroll sets up their wall. Inside 15 minutes to play here at Spooler Stadium. The shot off the crossbar. Was it touched by Carroll is the question. It was. It's a corner kick. Giese touched it on the way up, and it ricocheted off the crossbar and went over. And Northrop's going to get a corner kick. They've still got a chance. Here in the 66th minute, that is. Low line driver. And Carroll clears. Rolling toward the sideline, and it just goes out. Throw in by Durbin. The Chargers get it back. Allie Bobet sends it toward the middle. Allie's a freshman. 7 goals coming into this game. Came in as the second leading scorer on this Carroll team. Across midfield as the Chargers try to get something set up. Somebody's hobbled. Play continues. Roll into the sideline. Will it stay in? It does. And Carroll comes back up with it. Just over 13 minutes to play here at Spooler. That ball gets loose, and the Chargers get it back. A through ball and a chance. But sliding out for the save is Erks Laban. Well, I call it a save. It wasn't really a shot on goal, but she does stop Carroll in their tracks. Across midfield, but that's rolling out of bounds, and Carroll will get this throw in. Got a chance to tell you what's coming up for these two teams in their next matchups. Carroll will take on Canterbury on Saturday. Northrop will take on Canterbury on Saturday. That will be on the road. As for Carroll, they're at South Bend Adams on Saturday. Through ball. Oh, Carroll's got a chance. Got the ball in the box. They feed it outside the box. A header, knocked away, still in play. And rolling out of bounds. It allows some time to tick off the clock, which is good if you're Carroll. This 2-goal lead allows you to play a little bit of keep away, although you're not necessarily in the mode that you don't need to score anymore. You get some chances. You do want to take advantage. You don't want to leave the door open for a comeback. This is a 6-2 Northrop team. Carroll recognizes that. They'll take the moments where the clock keeps on running if they get those. But you're still in a position where you want to try and set up some scoring chances. A lot can happen in a span of 11 minutes. We've got less than 11 minutes left to play. But Carroll has continued to possess the ball well in the Northrop zone. Lockman to the near side for Glick. Glick trying to get to it. She does. She just kept it in. Trying to leave it in front, and the Bruins take over. But that's going out of bounds, and Carroll will get this throw in. Throw in by the Chargers. Move to the inside. Couple defenders there. Patterson to the far side. Shot. That appeared to go off Northrop. That's going to be a corner kick for Carroll. Low line driver. All the way to the far side of the field. Here come the Chargers. Across. A shot. No good. Went wide left, and it does go out of bounds. I think it went out in front of the flag, or did it? Did go out in front of the flag, so it's a throw-in for Northrop. Chargers take over, and the Chargers really controlling the ball well. Northrop trying to change that, but Lockman is there for Carroll, and she'll send it across midfield. Here come the Chargers into the box, and that's deflected and going out of bounds. I believe that's going to be a corner kick for the Chargers. Subs will come in for the Chargers. Go with a short kick. We do have almost 8 minutes to play in this ball game. And it will only be 8 minutes, even if Northrop were to get 2 more goals and tie this game. There would not be overtime. Again, Carroll goes to South Bend Adams on Saturday. And Northrop goes to Canterbury on Saturday. Right-footed shot. Flag goes up, and it's a goal kick for Northrop. Bruins take it away. Tedeschi has it. Trying to make her move around some traffic. She does. Instead, Carroll takes it right back. And here come the Chargers. Can they keep it in play? They barely do. Lola Crawford. Or did she? Apparently she didn't get there in time. It's going to be a throw-in for Northrop. We've got 6.5 left to play here at Spooler Stadium. And a trip. No call. Durbin up ahead. Carroll clears. Off McCarroll. Cross midfield as Ford tries to get to it. Ford had it for a moment. I was about to say she has it. She didn't have it for long. As Haley Deal was battling for the ball for Carroll, and they get it back. Right now, they can afford to play a little keep away. But they're not totally at the point where they need to stop scoring. I mean, yes, they can play keep away, especially with the ball in the Northrop zone. But setting up a shot helps a lot here. They're going to get a shot, but it goes wide left. Goal kick for the Bruins. That's going to bounce over midfield. And Lockman is there. Lockman stays back defensively. She's been real active on the defensive side for these Lady Chargers as this ball goes out off Northrop. And Carroll again will get to allow some time to tick off that clock. It's not like basketball where when the ball goes out of bounds, the clock stops. In soccer, when the ball goes out of bounds, the clock keeps on running. Check that. Unless it's under 5 minutes, the clock does not stop. Throw in. Seabree Carmona. Wallace gets it back to her. Seabree Carmona has it. Trying to set up Wallace. And the Chargers take it away. Here come the Chargers. Cleared out by the Bruins. And a throw-in coming up for Carroll. Carroll will send some subs in, and that stops the clock, and now it starts back up. Bruins get the ball across midfield. They try to set up a through ball, and this ball is kicked to the sideline and out of bounds. It's going to be Giese who gets to that one, as she stops the Bruins scoring chance there. 3:03 and counting to go in this game. There will not be overtime no matter what, but Carroll is trying to make sure that this game wouldn't need overtime even if it were conference play. It is not conference play. Not in soccer, at least. If this were football or basketball, this would be conference play. Speaking of basketball, Northrop and Carroll did play each other in the sectional championship in boys basketball. That was at Carroll, and the Chargers got the win there. We did see some improvement from that Northrop boys basketball team under then second-year head coach Shane Merriman. Of course, they had only won one game the year before, but I believe it was 8 wins last year. If I'm not mistaken, Anthony Barnes transferred into Northrop from Snyder. I remember him being on the Northrop football team in week 1 as this ball's kicked out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for the Northrop Bruins as we're inside the final 2 minutes. Throw into the Bruins. Crawford sends it across the field. Grace Glick sends it back. Lockman's had a good game for Carroll. Scored on a PK goal, and she's been pretty active on the defensive side as well. As we approach the final minute of this game, it looks as though Carroll is on their way to win number 9. Unless Northrop can put together a rally in the final minute. They did score their first goal of this game in the final minute of the first half. They'd need 2 goals just to even the score, but that ball gets loose into the box. It's going to roll out of the box. And contact from behind, that's a whistle. And a foul against Northrop, but a good show of sportsmanship there afterwards as she helps Lockman off the ground. I think that was Wallace who did get called for the foul, but then also showed the great show of sportsmanship. So the clock's down to 14 seconds. And that's just a Carroll player tying her shoe. I can't tell who it is. But she's going to kick it out of bounds. And that's the ball game. The Carroll Chargers go to 9-1-2 on the season with this win. The Chargers again go to 9-1-2 on the year. They're at South Bend Adams on Saturday, and they're at Homestead on Monday. That's what's coming up for the Chargers, and what's coming up for the Lady Bruins of Northrop. They will be at Canterbury on Saturday, And then on Tuesday, they'll be back in action here, taking on the Knights of Bishop Luers. That's looking like a 5:30 start, followed by another conference home game against the Northside Legends on Thursday. Well, it's time to recognize our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. And for that, we're going to recognize Carroll defenseman Gianna Lockman. Gianna Lockman does score a PK goal, but also did a lot of great work on the defensive side for the Lady Chargers. So Lockman is going to be your PSM player of the game. And that's going to do it from here at Northrop High School. The Carroll Chargers win it 4-2 here at Spooler. For my cameraman Jeff Blossom, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Spooler Stadium. 4-2, the final. Carroll a winner at Northrop. You've been watching high school girls soccer on SummitCitySports.com, and I believe we've still got some more volleyball action over at Heritage High School. And yes, it looks like that game is still in action. Might be in a commercial break right now, but you can flip the, not really the channel, but you can flip on our YouTube channel over to that game between Heritage and South Adams. That match, I should say. It's Heritage leading 2-0 over South Adams. But here at Spooler, it's 4-2. Carroll a winner over Northrop. Good night from Northrop High School.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.